Good morning, everyone. I'm Jennifer Delaney, the North American Product Manager at NeoLife International. I'm so excited to have John Miller join us here again today for our Wellness Live call. And just to give you a little bit of background on John, he is the director of our Scientific Advisory Board. He's been with NeoLife for over 50 years, and he has been involved in the marketing and development of over 500 products across 50 states. So again, so excited to have John here with us today, and I'm going to turn the call over to him, and he's going to tell us all we need to know about the 3-day detox. John?
It's great to be online with you again and have the opportunity to talk about some of the fabulous NeoLife products that we have and how they work to change people's lives. It's particularly interesting for me to talk about our 3-day detox program, because for a lot of people, the summer represents a time when they finally make the decision that they want to get to looking better or feeling better, looking better in their summer clothes or feeling better when they work out or whatever it might be. So they're ready to start, to make a change. And I think 3-day detox is a great way for people to get that done. You know, it's just a great way to sort of reboot your metabolism and get going down the road. There's a few things, I think modern science has told us a few things about how, what goes on inside your body and how those things can influence your ability to lose weight and get fit for that matter. And there's two things that I want to talk about first here, and there's sort of two realities to the things. One of those is your microbes, the microbiome in your gut is in constant contact with your brain. You've probably heard us talk about gut-brain signaling and things like that. And that communication, it's not words per se, but it's messages. And those messages are what sort of drive the background as to what you want to eat, how you want to eat, when you want to eat. The reality is that if you've been on a less than healthy diet, maybe a little too much fat, a little too much sugar, and a little too much soda or whatever it might be, the reality is that those gut microbiome, those gut microbes, your microbiome, will reflect that diet. That's just the way it is. They thrive on what you give them. So if you give them junk, guess what? You're going to have a junky microbiome. But what that means is that those microbes being in constant contact with your brain are sending signals, right? And as long as you're giving them what they want, they send happy signals to the brain, right? They say, okay, good, cheeseburgers or fries or ice cream at 10 o'clock at night or whatever it might be, keeps them happy, right? They're quiet and just sort of going along for the ride. But they do reflect that diet. So when you decide, I'm going to change my diet and eat healthier, guess what? They stop sending happy messages and start sending cranky, unhappy messages to your brain. So they don't like that, right? Because they're not getting what they want to eat. They're not getting what causes them to thrive all of a sudden, and they get upset. Okay. So those realities that one, your brain is in constant contact with your microbes and vice versa, and that those messages are sort of happy when they're happy and not happy when they're unhappy, is a big driving force behind how you manage your body weight, how you manage your energy production and things like that. The reality is when you get to that situation, your gut microbiome becomes incredibly unhappy, right? They send signals to your brain that says, no, 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 we want this, we want this. You can almost hear them chanting if you listen. We want burgers, we want fries, we don't want no alibis. Hear that? Anyway, humor aside, it's a reality, and it creates a sort of a headwind. I think we all who have tried to lose weight feel that losing weight, you confront these headwinds. But modern science has told us that at least part of that headwind, a big part of the problem, is these microbes sending signals to our brain that they are completely dissatisfied and trying to drive us back towards eating what they want, not what we need. Okay. And that's the role of the 3-day detox program, is to understand that and then sort of give you tools to change it, to take charge of it. to deal with that headwind, quiet that noise that comes from your gut. And we do this really in two simple ways. There's two steps. Step one takes 2 days and sort of gets things out of the system and cleans the slate, so to speak. And step two helps you reestablish a healthier, more biologically stable, I will call it, microbiome, without all that negative metabolic messaging coming from your gut. Okay. Stage one combines 3 powerful NeoLife products: NeoLax, garlic allium complex, and BetaGuard. I'll walk you through each one here because each one plays a unique role. NeoLax is an all-natural, plant-derived, elimination motivating dietary supplement. I won't call it a laxative per se because those tend to be chemical in nature, and this is not. It is a elimination motivator. It's designed or formulated completely off of plant-based systems, and it actually works with your body's natural processes to move more moisture into your gastrointestinal tract and flush out whatever's in there. In this case, we want to sort of move a lot of those bad boy, noisy, cranky microbes out of your gut so that we can make room for new, happier ones. While that's going on, there's sort of a lot of chaos going on down there in your gastrointestinal tract. They remain cranky for a while. So to help get that done, we have another product called garlic allium complex. Garlic and the allium vegetable family are powerful bioactive substances that are known to act like natural antibiotics. They actually, besides keeping vampires away, they actually sort of chase out those bacteria and help clean them out and clean that slate. Okay, so their role is simply to come along with the enhanced elimination process to sort of help flush out those bacteria to clean that slate. Next to that comes BetaGuard. Now, BetaGuard was an antioxidant detoxifying product originally developed by Dr. Arthur First to deal with the challenges that we are exposed to in a toxic environment, for example, whether it's at work or if you happen to be out in the farm or something like that around chemicals or wherever you might be, the body's exposed to toxins. What Dr. First learned from his work in cancer research many years ago was that there are certain toxins that are known to be in the environment that are easy is a relative term, but that are not complicated for the body to detoxify and eliminate if it has the right tools there, if it has the right nutrients. So BetaGuard plays that role in the 3-day detox program. It is there to help detoxify things that you're moving out. Whenever your metabolism is going all the time, all of the waste products of metabolism are toxic. When you get into the 3-day detox program, you're sort of speeding that process up. So it's important to give the body the extra tools it needs to help sort of detoxify. It's also rich in antioxidants, and that's always a good thing for your body. So that's the sort of the story of stage one. That's the getting ready part. It's cleaning the slate, erasing the blackboard, if you will, and getting ready to write a new story. Stage two, step two, starts on day 3, and that is where we think about, now that we've got the gastrointestinal tract prepared, let's recolonize it with good, beneficial bacteria. And to do that, we use our Acidophilus Plus. Acidophilus Plus is a clinically proven probiotic supplement that delivers 5 billion viable microorganisms right into your gut. Those organisms have been shown in clinical trials to be those that are most beneficial in not only populating the gut, but also establishing an acid-sensitive or acid-loving environment down there that keeps it healthier and just sort of stabilizes it, if you will. So now, we deliver those things not just by putting them in your mouth and having you swallow them or have them land in the stomach, because we know that most probiotics who do that don't survive at the stomach acid environment. Your stomach sees probiotics as just another something it has to digest, so it digests it and typically kills them off. In our case, we developed what we call targeted delivery technology, and it's an exclusive technology of the company developed in our own laboratories that actually protect those organisms in each acidophilus capsule? Well, they pass through the stomach, keeping the acid away from denaturing or killing them off, if you will. And then when it gets to a certain segment of the gastrointestinal tract into your intestine where they're needed the most, the capsule breaks down and releases those organisms, which makes for a very efficient way to start a new population, if you will, of beneficial microorganisms. It's a unique NeoLife technology, something that we pioneered years ago, and to this day remains sort of the state of the art of probiotic supplementation. So now, after that, there's a couple of things that you need to do. We've been through stage 1 where we got everything out of there, and we've started to repopulate this stage 2. Okay? And I think it becomes pretty obvious when you think about it. If the unhappy bugs were living off of, the unhappy food that you were giving them, that the happy bugs are going to need some things to eat too in order to promote their existence. One of those is water. Water is always essential for health, but it's particularly essential during the 3-day detox process. First of all, you'll be moving a lot of things out of your gastrointestinal tract, so you need to have a lot of water to support that movement. And secondly, you need water to help stabilize the new organisms that you have now put into your gastrointestinal tract. They love water. They are, like most things that are alive, tend to thrive in the presence of water. So to help them thrive and to help establish that colony, we want you to give a lot of water, give yourself a lot of water. To get that done, we include our NeoLife tea in our 3-day detox programs. NeoLife tea is a natural, all plant-derived, energy-boosting, hydration enhancing beverage. And it plays an important role here because of the extra need for hydration, but also for the extra need for energy. Sometimes when you go through a change like that, a weight loss product or whatever that might be, a weight loss program or getting ready for a new fitness program, your energy levels can sag because you're telling the body that it needs to do things that it isn't used to doing or maybe not so comfortable doing. Everybody knows that you have to work your way towards health and fitness. It doesn't happen in a day. So to help you get that done, we give you this natural energy boost. So it sort of serves two sides of the story here. One is to help the new microorganisms delivered by the acidophilus plus to flourish in the presence of the fluids in their gastrointestinal tract, and gives you the extra energy boost to help you sustain this process. Okay. Going from there, if you think about it, the next thing you have to do is, what are these new microbes going to eat? Because they need something to eat. And you don't want to go back and give them the fatty thing you were eating before. One, because you know that that's what caused you to lose weight, or that's what's inhibiting your ability to get fit. But also because if you give them that, they're going to revert over a short time, over a period of time, back to that old sort of population profile. Right? So you want to enhance the profile of the new probiotics that are in there by giving it things that they like. And one of the things that they thrive on is protein. Protein and its amino acids are essential for health, but not only for ours, but also for the organisms that are part of our microbiome. So to do that, we include NeoLife Shake. NeoLife Shake is a biologically complete, all natural, high protein drink mix or meal, however you want to use it, that delivers not only the protein and the amino acids that you and your microbes need, but also a wide array of other vitamins and minerals and bioactive substances. And all of that helps establish this colony, if you will, these new population of organisms in your gastrointestinal tract. By doing that, a couple of things are accomplished. Okay? The goal of the project is to do a couple of things. One, we want to reset your metabolism. Whatever you've been doing up to the point that you start this is going to be reflected not only in your body and how you look and feel and in your gastrointestinal tract and what your microbes are like, but also just in general how your metabolism works. If your metabolism is sort of overfed and undernourished, it's going to cause you to be overfed and undernourished and certainly act that way. So we need to figure out a way to start that. And this process starts at it, sort of sends your body signals that says, we're going to get some new and exciting stuff here. The other thing it does by flushing out those microbes, remember that microbiome that you have there now is a reflection of what you've been eating. Okay, if you've been eating less than healthier food, or maybe way too much fat or way too much sugar or whatever it might be, your microbiome is going to reflect that. And in this gut-brain signaling world we know about today, when you change that, when you start giving them things that they don't need or think they don't need, they're going to get cranky and send you messages and create that sort of metabolic headwind that you'll fight. So the second part of the goal here is to just knock that down, quiet the noise, still the headwind, and allow you to move forward without so much resistance inside your body, if you will. And it's a pretty well documented and scientifically sound thing now. It's not like this years ago when it was speculated. It is a very scientifically sound understanding of the relationship between your microbes in your gastrointestinal tract and this gut-brain signaling that, unhappy microbes make for tough headwinds. So our approach is, well, let's just get some of those cranky, old, nasty microbes out of there, replace them with new ones, quiet those negative noises and build up the positive noises, and therefore give you one more tool to empower you on your quest here, whether you're just wanting to look a little better in your bathing suit or you want to just, get back to that fit muscles and strength body that you had previously. It will help both of those. It's a really sort of, when you think about it, it's a really sort of logical thing that would be the case. Science has just sort of unraveled that logic, another one of nature's secrets, and shown us that you don't have to put up with it necessarily. There are things you can do, and NeoLife's 3-day detox program will help you get that done. And lastly, if you are on a weight loss program, coupling that up with our clinically proven weight management program, it's a perfect time to start that. It's because, again, everything is sort of clear and clean, and that negative noise from those cranky, fat-loving, sugar-loving microbes is diminished. That's a perfect time to start a weight loss program too. So whatever your goal is here, if you're trying to sort of resculpt your body or just lose a few pounds or just feel more energetic, the NeoLife 3-day detox program is a great launching pad for that.